Just going to assess because it is selected. Let's hit pillows. Okay, oh, wait, we are in the textures. Let's found some good pillows. This one's pretty good actually. Let's skip this. Where is this? Okay, let's keep this something like here. Here should be fine. Rotate it bit. Something like this should look good. Does it have a texture? Yes, it do have a texture. We can create more 2-3, something like that, or more than create, I should say. We can add. This one looks good. Let's assume like someone was sitting on there or reading a book sort of thing. We can just make this more towards like that, make it more straight like that, bit high about that. Let's not on Y, on X. Something like that. Let's rotate it a bit, something like that. Go into top axis. She said. You can actually, just penetrate that in. No one is going to see that anyway. Let's bring it right here, but not that much. Just straighten out this, something like this. Slightly move it ahead. Let's not connect this two. And we can make one pillow which is like on the ground, which might have fallen down while you were stretching out or something like that. And it doesn't have to be random. We can just make it a bit like that. Now these are actually really high quality assets, so be careful about the scene size. Now let's add one good book. Maybe open one can help. Something like that. Old book. Let's skip it like this and let's rotate it like this. GZ. Let's snap this right like this. And what we can do is actually like we can keep this on the pillow, like someone kept it on the pillow. Yeah, something like that. It's a very minor detail, but yeah, it does looks cool. Let's bring everything back. So now you can see all the objects what we have added right now, they are out of this, so we put them back in. So now when we close, everything goes. It's like to look at this way actually. The paint does need a bit more roughness. The specular, yeah, we can bump that up. We can just actually focus on the one part, yeah, right there. We can actually bump it to 3, I guess, or maybe I don't know. I guess 2 should be fine. Yeah, or I don't know, maybe let me check. Let's try 3. Okay, what we're gonna do is I'm just going to, I think I lost my camera. Okay, go into camera and under viewport display we can slide this pass part out, and we can actually see. So now it looks more bright. So what we can do is like we can make this 1.5, should be okay. Yeah, this res does look cool. And for, let's go into world settings, shade editor, go into world, and now let's try to experiment with this black body. So let's pretend our house is on sun, and you will see something like this. So better than that, let's try 4500. Looks normal. 2500, bit sunny. Right now you don't have to worry about how high or exposed this picture is, because I know it is pretty too much, and you can check that in color management and just go into the false color. You can see how much bright it is, but this is how the real photographs are, and the more you try to control it, you will always get a wrong effect or something sort of like that. So don't worry about it, we are going to take that in Photoshop anyway. Okay, I think I messed up. Yeah, so something not that too much actually. You can actually go into, the 10 should be 10 or 15 should be really ideal. We are anyway we are going to change the background, anyway we are going to add some sort of skyscraper or like anything, but we are not going to use this windows, the background of the scene. So let's actually turn that off. So it does also, it actually gives in the reflections of what inside room is, so that is a pretty good thing. For ceiling, what I want to do is it's actually looking really pretty good, and let's move forward to making our arc. So let's go there, let's hide this, and there are 2 better ways of making this arc actually. The first, the best way is to just select this maybe and create a circle right over here. Bit too much, I think that's fine actually. 32, let's make it 16 should be fine. Now let's make, we are not going to subdivide it anyway, so let's keep it 50 meters, 60 vertices, sorry, something like that. It's going to edit this much, I guess. Yeah, this much is fine. Let's go into edit mode and select this faces from vertices, and we can extrude on the z-axis. Let's try to hit it exactly where it should be. Now what we can do is let's bring this a bit outside. Okay, let's go into edit mode for this one. Let's go here, and now we have to wait a second. So this is this circle, edit mode, shift select this circle, and then go into the exact perspective view, and then we have to knife project it, but I don't remember where that was. I think, yeah, so this is done. Yeah, We can delete this, and let's scale this and add a solidify modifier. Go into even thickness and let's try to make this a bit thicker, about I guess 0.300 should work fine. Yeah, and now we can just delete this. Go into our edit mode, sorry, the coloring mode, bring back all the stuff, and yeah, we have our arc right there. So now this is like an empty space, so what we can do is like shift, can create two of those edge loops right here, can take this, extrude, and to x-axis let's shade smooth everything. Okay, so what do we have here? Some sort of problem with our cabinets actually. Okay, oh, so let's apply this modifier. Create this face. So you can see it's a bit tricky thing to do. What we can do is we can just actually not worry about this and delete. Should work fine when we see the room, right? We don't have to make this functional because we are not going to show that, right? So this is it. What also we can do is I can just take my cam and slide it a bit this much, bring out it a bit, something like this, and actually make it more. Let's go 25. Let's try 25. Try to bring that cam in, something like that, and then let's try to. We don't have to actually worry about the whole arc thing. Can be done, right? Let's try 35 mm. Bring back more. Let's try to clip, but then we are. So let's stick with 25 actually. Yeah. Let's pull in a bit. We can actually go in the X. This. Not that much, we don't want to show off our arc. Yeah, something like that. And what we can do is I'll try to copy my last project. We can actually just create one more door right here, add ceiling lights, some switches, some ornaments, something like that. Let's try to shift T P, just like what we always do actually. Okay, then let's take this GY Z and then extrude it out right there. And we do want to cover this part because otherwise the light will come through this part and that will mess up our whole scene. So let's extrude this part out there, and this becomes our extension. I hope the video is not going too long. This thing does take a lot of time, so let's bring this separate. Select this vertex, get a cursor, and then bring in a door. We can use any door, but the video is getting too long, so let's make this quick. Something like this looks decent. We did make that mistake again of not importing the right collection, so let's move this collection into the assets. Yes, So now we have to turn all the assets off. Okay, so as you can see, our room is too small. Let's try to pump it up a bit. We have to do it for the whole room thing. So this is inverted and now it should be out. Let's bring this in. I think this should be fine. I could have, let's keep this open. You know what, let's keep this closed. Let's go in here. Let's select our room. Actually we can select these faces like this. GZ right there, GZ right there. Now our windows, select the window, only the upper part, GZ right there. So with this, I guess the half of the things are done. Now we can actually think about the right process or the correct procedure in what we're going to do. We have to bring the door on this side. I think the height of the room is perfect now because of the door we got. Yes. Now the floor should be perfect. Yeah. We can actually scale it down a bit. Okay. Let's go into the shader editor right here only, and let's keep it. Or actually the better thing we can do is not mess up the shader texture, but let's try this. Much better. Let's bring back the property panels. Now we can do the extra stuff like adding a painting or something like that. Let's bring back the utilities, and before that we have to bring in our door. So let's select on the door, GY or GX I guess, and bring a door right back here so we see that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, should work fine. Let's add a painting right here. Shift cursor to select it. Why don't we select? So let's add a painting. You know, something that goes with these colors, something really yellow with these shades. This looks beautiful, but I feel it will get easily blend with the paint. Actually, is this painting? Select the painting, RY 90. I hope it's in the right. Yeah, so let's see this. Actually, oops, we downloaded another one. Control Z. Let's see this. Yeah, it does blends in. So let's not use this. Let's delete the whole collection, hierarchy, and let's bring in some new paintings. Something you know, this one was actually really fine. Okay, can't see this. So RY, let's make this big, something like this. Or something like that. Now we can totally see that light is too much, so for that we can bring the sun to about 7, I guess. And about the ceiling, what we can do is we can actually keep it as it is, or we can use some sort of yellow shade. Let's try this. Let's add in a new material and let's copy the same yellow shade, maybe some from here. Just give it a second to okay, so something like that, but make it more red. Or maybe we can go in exact opposite direction of yellows, make it something like this. It's still blue. Something sign. About that, and let's actually turn down the world. Let's see it without background light. Looks fine actually. About 5 should be enough. Ten, I guess. Looks good. So what we can do is we can now actually hide this, and let's add in some more assets. Let's see. Breakfast, I don't know, something food or coffee. Something like, what is this? I don't know. Something like who would eat pizza in the morning? I don't know. Some might of you do. Let's stick with coffee actually. I like this one. Coffee. Let's give it some magazines. Something like that. And do we have a PS controller? That would be cool. Yeah, we can have one. This is actually getting cooler. I'm telling you guys, this is really great, a tool. And what we can do is, like, maybe you were walking, so we can have a laptop right on the couch. Maybe you have just finished working and now you want to get my god, we are definitely not gonna use this one. Let's go with a simple MacBook. I think this one should work. Yeah, about right there. And I'm going to make it a bit something like that. And is there any way I can close this into half? Yeah, I can. Okay, oops, yeah, something like that. So we do see the laptop and something like that. And I don't know if we can get a PS4. Oh, we can definitely do this. But over here, select this. Is this games? Yes. Selection to cursor, GUI, and this is your game collection. Or we can, let's keep it like a stack, right? Let's do this. She said, yeah, something like this does look good. We do have a PS5. Oh, we do have a PS4, you know. So what we can do is we can get rid of this TV actually. So what we have to do is to delete this, and we have to select this wall, or maybe this. Now we can get just a TV which is like wall mount. Something like this should work. Or you know what, yeah, let's do this. Why is it so much big? My god. Okay, these are really high quality models. I actually love them. Okay, so let's bring this into the shape. RX9 RY, no, RX90, and I think, yeah, it is in perfect shape, perfect alignment. Let's give this right there, and let's try to center it out. GY, yeah, GY, put right there. And now what we can do is we can just select this face, selection to the cursor, and we can add our own PS4. How cool is that? And let's say that you won't be playing with yourself alone. So what we can do is, we don't need to duplicate this. What we can do is Shift A, first find what this is. So it is called gamepad controller. So what we can do is, as you can see, it is already under a collection called gamepad controller orange. So let's click on Shift A, and at the last collection instance, and we can select our gamepad controller orange. So it has created its instance, but it's not right into the place. So what has happened is the origin is right here and the object is right here. So what we can do is we can say origin to the geometry. So the origin is back onto the geometry, and then what we can do is we can select this and make a cursor, and then we can say the selection, let the selection go to the cursor, and as you can see, it is right onto the place, but it does get separated because here the origin is the object's center, while here the origin is at the pivot point, or where the empty is. So that is that, and it looks on the same. Okay, this one. So let's bring it a bit up, right about there. Let's rotate this one first, because this, as you can see, this changes won't matter to this one, but when you change this one, the original one, that changes it changes the normal one, the rotation and the scale, and the transform, any transform. So let's say this one was right here, we keep the, and now as you can see, we can actually origin to the geometry area. So let's see how it looks overall. Oops, we forgot our ceiling. This looks cool, but there's a big problem here. Our cabinet is not on the ground, so let's cabinet or TV something, or is it? I don't know. this thing should be fine. Let's bring the PlayStation. Yes, you know what, we can just selection to the can bring these guys down. And let's make it more visible towards the camera, something like that. We can definitely add some, you know, what we call those, curtains, right? But as you can see, there are not many options. Let's try. These ones are fine. These ones are also pretty good. Let's go with this one, and we can tweak the material, or we can always use these ones. I definitely like these ones actually, because they are very simple, clean. So let's okay, and you can go directly GY, something like this. Now you have to make this, select everything on here. Oops, oh my god, I accidentally clicked on F. Okay, so yeah, GX and bring it a bit here. Now this will okay, overall we can bring this down, not everything. Oh, it does have empty right here, so hold on, we can bring this bit down, go back into the edit mode. We can select only these points, like single points we can select, and then what you have to do is Control plus L, so it only gets the selected part. So there are so many parts, too many parts here. Oh my god. What we can do is like create this thing too. And I can just bring it a bit. Oh my god, this is also there. So the best thing is actually is to like select the whole thing. Yeah. Okay, what is this? So this is a simple thing. And what is this? Why is this here? Let's delete this. Yeah, I think we have everything right now. So let's bring this up. Yeah, about right there. And we don't have to worry about this. Also, let's select these things. Control L. Okay. Let's go here. And we can bring that, oops, right there. So it does get collide with our pillows. So what we can do is, can we bring them back a bit? I think we can. GY, it will still collide with our cushions, and that is actually fine. We can just bring cushions a little more forward, something like this, so that we see it does not get collide with our curtains. Let's keep this book in front. And now let's check this. Yeah, we need to change the ceiling. Let's do you know what, we can just keep this at normal white. Right now you might say like you can't see this textures and all, but it is because of, you know, I'm just using 32 samples of 32 samples and a low res for this thing. But once we get a render, we can actually see better. And most important part is, okay, I think let's check. Painting number 15 goes into the assets. Okay, let's again hide our ceiling and let's add a plant here. This one is really pretty. Okay, so now as you can see, I am downloading this plant, but I have selected the collection called painting number 15, and now the painting will this thing plant will go into that collection. You can see whipping willow, this is the one. So be careful with this thing because I make a lot of mistake while doing this. I always mess up my collections. Let's bring this Game Boy out. Yeah, I think we are fine now. Let's make this a bit more bigger. Is it crashing into the plants? We can yeah, we don't have to worry about it. We are not seeing that part anyway, so we just have to be careful about this part. Yes, GY, something like this. You know, I wanted to add some pet over here, but not dog. I'm not a big fan of dogs. She looks weird. Let's see if there's one cat model which I like. Yeah, this one is good. But you know what? Let's go with this one. Actually, she looks pretty good. She's a very small cat, a tiny cat. You won't even like see her. But we can make a. See, I made this mistake again. Where's my cat? Weird thing. So it says like as you know, I'm using the latest version of the Blender, but it says some of the files does not work within the older versions of Blender Kit, I guess. So we can fix the cat. See some dog. I didn't want to use these ones because these are really not that high quality. It looks like a scan, but it is not scan also. So let's forget about it. What else we can do? Oh, here's a cat. But why is so weird? Okay, so can you? Okay, what does? Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Okay, selection to the cursor, and I don't know what this is. Okay, now I understood. Select this everything and press Alt P. I just need the cat. Let's get rid of these things. Sorry, not this thing. And am I doing it wrong? You know what? For this tutorial sake, let's forget the cat. The heck? Yes. So one more thing I wanted to focus on that while using this, we have just for the floor we have downloaded so many assets, right? So it those assets, when we delete or when we deselect the assets, those assets are still there in the file, which makes the file heavy. So for that, what we can do is, let me delete this one. Okay, let's go into camera view. Let's see what we don't need and we can delete. I think we're fine with this. Let's save the object scene. Go into the often. For the first thing we can do is like we can delete the unused data blocks, and then what I want to do is, just pack all resources into this file. Go into the often data thing, and you can see so many things which we don't need, but we are still using this one, so but we are not using this. Still this, still this, still this. Now let's check the render if everything is fine or we did messed up something. So no, everything is fine, though we lost our, okay, there is something here, I don't know what that is. Okay, that is our sun, never mind. And now let's select this point. Let's go back into the view layer, assets, and bring our plant again. Okay. Let's bring it right there. Let's scale this a bit, not too much. I think that should be fine. Let's save the scene, and what I'm going to do next is I'm gonna set it for render. I'll make this about let's give it 100, multiply by 4, tab, multiply by 4, sorry. Okay, and I'm going to increase the samples. About 1000 should be fine. Actually, this will take a lot of time. And after that, let's denoising data, geometry nodes, not geometry nodes. Let's use nodes. Denoise, normal, and albedo, and output. And we need this output in our T directory. So let's create a new folder called render. And let's call this raw and accept. Also, in the render settings, let's make this color depth 16 and 0 compression with RGBA. Let's look at the scene for the last time before rendering it. I do want to make this yellow a little more desaturated, something like 0.5 should be okay, I guess. You know what else we can do? Let's make this 0.8 actually, and let's go into this selection. Let's select this, Shift A, P selection, and make it origin to geometry. Okay, we can get rid of this extra geometry, extra vertices. Select all, extrude and scale. But as you can see, it can just slightly bring up the vertices. Now this is not the proper way to do it. Let's isolate this, add a modifier. We can actually add a modifier right there. Solidify. Now is the perfect way. And it's still not working as I want it to be. I don't know why. Okay, you know what, let's extrude by X. Yeah, and now try to something like that. Shade smooth. Audio is going to cam mode. GY, select this, GX, bring that a bit there. We can actually scale it down a bit, something like that. Don't have to give that thick. No, I can't see it properly. So let's go here, let's bring that in, something like that. And I don't want it to have any material. A white one should work really fine. You know what we can do is we can actually cover up this part. Okay, this looks fine. Now let's check the face orientations. Okay, Shift N or Control Shift N. Other than that, everything looks fine. Yes. So now let's close this, save this. I don't know what this is, and let's start the render. So this was it actually, and I'm going to take this image into the Photoshop, and after that I'm going to make some changes, like not much changes, but I'm going to add a background and some camera raw changes. So that was it. If you like the video, just can subscribe or like the video, and if you have any ideas you can really put down in the comments, and I will try to make those things. And yeah, that was it for today. I hope it wasn't a very long video, didn't bore you, but creating scenes like this from scratch with no plans does take a time. And yeah, that was it. Thank you guys for if you made till last till the render, and thank you.